Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy JD. I hope you've all had a great day. I hope you've all had a great weekend. In today's episode, there are a few things I want to sit down and share with you guys. You guys seem to like this style of format. I like making it. Can't really go wrong, can you? Nah. Firstly, Doctor Who, I don't really know what to say about this one. They've race swapped Isaac Newton. Yeah, that's our first topic of today. Gonna be great. Then, woke students in Florida have decided to protest after a principal and other staff members were reassigned after they allowed a male identifying as a woman to compete in the girls' volleyball team. Gutfeld on Fox News, he not only stood up for Elon Musk, but also Tucker Carlson when it comes to censorship issues. And then lastly, UK schoolgirls have been told by a woke period product company that men can also get periods. When does it end? Somebody tell me, because I do not know. But before we get into this one, if you could make sure to leave a like rating, as it really helps out the video. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. I basically upload every single day. Turn on bell notifications, comment on this video, share this video. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, get ready for this one, because I can assure you it's going to be interesting for sure. So for our very first topic of today, as I mentioned, Doctor Who has become a big talking point once again. They've got this 60th anniversary special going on where they're airing a few episodes. I believe it's 3, and we're on the second one right now. And the last time we spoke about Doctor Who was, well, after their very first episode, after it caused a little bit of controversy with some viewers after they inserted a male identifying as a woman. You can hear the seals clapping across the world. Pronouns were also introduced. I mean, why not? And the Doctor is male and female and neither and more, non-binary. Also, apparently, I forgot, male presenting Time Lords wouldn't understand how to give up their power. Doesn't sound too great, really, does it? Nah. But very on brand for 2023, of course. And look, I understand, to somebody watching right now, I'm the biggest bigot for talking about these issues. Anybody is, right? Because you're not really allowed to question anything to do with this liberal narrative that is going on. You just must accept it. You must sit there as well whilst watching TV if you watch this Doctor Who episode, and you must just... This is great. So yeah, I do apologize. I really do. I must do better, truly. I must. But it doesn't stop there, because in their latest episode, Isaac Newton decided to show up, and in good old BBC fashion, they have race swapped the guy. As you can see on your screen, Isaac Newton in Doctor Who look historically accurate, doesn't it? Truly a masterpiece, I must say. And apparently, again, this is wrong to question. You're not allowed to have an issue with this, which I find very interesting. As I'll mention in just a second, why it's very hypocritical. But according to these people who won't allow you to have an opinion, they'll say, well, it's just a diverse production. You need to get with the times. You know, Doctor Who isn't real. Why do you have an issue with something that isn't real? Well, let's just say a TV channel tomorrow was creating a new fictional series, right? And Nelson Mandela showed up for whatever reason, and I was cast to play Nelson Mandela. Would that be... Okay, no, that is terribly racist, right? I did forget. It's cultural appropriation, of course, and if that ever happened, I would lead the charge in boycotting that channel and the TV show. Can you see the whole hypocrisy behind it? Because, as I just mentioned, the people who are upset with people questioning over this, oh, it's just racist, how dare you question this, would be the very same people who would be upset if I was cast to play Nelson Mandela in a fictional series. So how does this make any sense? Because to me, and obviously many others, it doesn't. It never has made sense. And people say, well, the agenda goes a little bit deeper. You know, this is the BBC trying to rewrite history, distort the truth. Because this isn't the first time they've done something like this. Yeah, if it's the other way round, which it would never happen the other way around, but if it did somehow happen the other way around, then the world must stop spinning. Seriously, it must stop spinning. Everybody must sit there and be like, this is the biggest crime. Let me know your feelings on this one. I'm sure people are watching, and I can already tell some aren't too happy, judging off the reaction of the last video I made speaking about Doctor Who and the wokeness taking over that series. But time for our second topic of today's video, and it's all about woke high school students who have decided to protest after a principal who they like and other staff members were reassigned amid an investigation after they apparently allowed a boy identifying as a girl, a male identifying as a female, to compete in the girls' volleyball team. Now, of course, in Florida, that is against state law. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis signed a law in 2021 excluding transgender girls and women from girls and women's sports teams in public schools. In Florida, girls are going to play girls' sports and boys are going to play boys' sports, DeSantis said as he signed the bill into law. We're going to make sure that that's the reality, as it should be, right? We all know this. We've said this plenty of times on this channel now. Women, girls deserve to compete in a sport that still has fairness, common sense, reality, truth at the forefront, also protecting the girls' safety. But apparently, this school may have not got the memo. Florida students walk out of class at Monarch High School to support principal and other leaders who are suspended for letting trans volleyball player play on all-girls team. Hundreds of Florida high schoolers staged a walkout this week after their principal and other staffers were reassigned over a transgender student's participation on the girls' volleyball team. Students at Monarch High School packed onto the football field Tuesday, waving signs in support of their peers and chanting "Trans Lives Matter." The demonstration was followed by another on Wednesday. The first protest came a day after Principal James Cecil and 3 other staffers, Assistant Principal Kenneth May, Athletic Director Dion Hester, and volleyball coach Jessica Norton were moved to non-school sites. Temporary athletic coach Alex Burgess was also told that his services would be put on hold. An investigation into the decision to allow the trans member to compete is under investigation. State law requires athletic participants to compete in their biological gender. A spokesperson for Broward County Public Schools said Cecil and the other staffers were reassigned pending the outcome of an investigation into allegations of improper student participation in sports, and here is a news clip going into a little bit more detail surrounding the whole issue.
They filled the field at Monarch High School, students in support of transgender athletes and in protest of the reassignment of their school principal staging a class walkout. Hundreds gathering, holding signs, and chanting phrases like "Trans Lives Matter" and "Bring Back Cecil."
We all have to work on...
Monarch's principal, James Cecil, reassigned because of a transgender girl athlete who was biologically born a boy, transitioned to a female, and then played on the girls' volleyball team, and that would be a violation of state law.
Listen, our first priority are students.
Broward School Superintendent Peter Licata on the principal's reassignment, along with 3 other top staffers.
That's not an indication of discipline. It's an indication that we want to make sure that when we investigate it, it's done properly and appropriately. Again, we want to make sure we do this right. Nobody is guilty of anything at this point. That's what an investigation is for.
On the state's High School Athletic Association's pre-participation physical evaluation form, the question of a student's sex assigned at birth appears at the very top, then 2 additional times on the form.
You know, the whole protest is so odd to me because this law was put in place to protect women and girls whilst competing in sports, right? And the integrity of it all. Yet these students, whilst entitled to their own opinion, but they're protesting against all of that. They're saying, hey, look, we're okay with girls being put at a disadvantage. We're okay with girls competing against men and having potentially places, awards taken from them. We're okay with the safety risk that also comes with allowing men, boys to compete against girls and women. And if people used facts instead of feelings a lot more, a lot of these issues wouldn't be an issue in the very first place. And this individual is still allowed to compete, just in the right category. And I understand men's volleyball isn't that popular. Okay, so why not just create a male volleyball team? I'm sure there's other guys that would want to play volleyball. The solution isn't to force girls to compete against other guys. Let me know your thoughts on that one. Ladies and gentlemen, what are your thoughts on the principal, the staff members being reassigned because of this investigation? I'd like to know. So Greg Gutfeld from Fox News, he said 2 words that he's not really allowed to say in this segment that has now gone viral. He not only stands up for Elon Musk when it comes to censorship issues, but also Tucker Carlson. Those 2 words that aren't really allowed to be said on Fox News. As we know, Tucker Carlson no longer works for Fox News. The reasonings are still up in the air. Allegedly, it could have all come down to advertising issues. Companies didn't want to advertise on his show because of his opinions. And then when he was pushed out, the advertisers apparently started to return. But I'm sure there were other reasons as to why Tucker Carlson got the push from Fox News. I mean, he's doing great right now. He's doing huge numbers still. And Greg Gutfeld kind of alludes to that in this clip, which left everybody stunned. Take a watch.
It's like extorting Jerry Nadler with salad. Or blackmailing sports fans by threatening to cancel PBS. The fact is, Musk may be the last man standing between real freedom of speech and the suffocating block of the censorship industrial complex, which is made up of government, media, and tech forces. He realizes that advertisers have no spine and can be easily cowed by special interest groups in cahoots with political allies. If you don't believe me, I got 2 words for you. Tucker Carlson. Woohoo.
Wow.
Wow. Look at that.
Yeah, the silence in that room is quite the sight, right? Maybe they were being silent because they knew what he was saying was kind of the truth. It will be interesting to see what happens to Greg, right? A lot of people on social media are saying, well, he's going to get the same treatment as Tucker Carlson. That would be interesting if that happened. It would really show where Fox News, really aligns when it comes to these sort of issues. But it's really strange that we have reached this point where the idea of freedom of speech concerns a lot of people. It scares people. When an individual says something that is outside the paradigm, is that the word to use it? Outside the paradigm of the liberal narratives, any narrative that everybody must believe, well, they get scolded, they get fired, they get cancelled. I find that so odd. How can people who claim to be so tough be scared of an individual just saying his opinion? And if it's to do with the advertising issue, which now Elon Musk is having an issue with, it just shows you how much power these advertisers have in controlling whatever narrative they want people to believe. Really scary, right? Because if you say something that they don't agree with, well, we're going to take our ads off your platform. A lot of these advertisers will remove their adverts from one place, but keep it on another place where crazy stuff is going down, like TikTok, Instagram. Very strange, isn't it? Leave your thoughts down below. Damn, I just realized how bright this whole thing is. That's how dark it's getting in England, by the way. It's only 2:30, and look how dark it seems. But for our last and final topic of today, and we're just going to get straight into this one, UK schoolgirls have been told by a woke period product company that, as I said in the intro, men can also now get periods. The New York Post report, UK schoolgirls have been told men have periods by woke period product company. A UK company selling period products is getting slammed for their inclusive marketing techniques that involve telling prepubescent schoolgirls that men can also get periods. Despite its name, Hey Girls, product materials claim that not all women have periods and some men have periods, and that girls should use language like people who have periods when it comes to talking about menstruation, the Daily Mail reported. Hey Girls, which is a main supplier of period products to the Scottish, Welsh and Australian governments, offers a booklet that includes a gender and diversity section with a cartoon of 4 people carrying bisexual and pansexual flags, along with those for LGBT and non-binary people. Hey Girls also provides videos for girls in which the words woman, women, girl or girls never appear. So again, this company is trying to convince young girls that men can get periods. How is that not indoctrination, by the way? And when they say men, I assume they're talking about women, girls who identify as men or XYZ, whatever gender there is out there. The list is so long, you can't keep up. But enough for the crap. We know females only experience this situation, and the truth shouldn't be eroded for woke ideology. Also, they have to use phrases like people get periods. They can't say women because apparently that's offensive. This is straight clown world stuff. Heather Finley, who runs a luxury moon reusable menstrual products firm, used Hey Girls as one of her suppliers for 5 years before she cut ties with the company over its new ordering protocols. And this is what Hey Girls apparently use for marketing: problem periods when you're not cisgendered. Oh man, this has to be a joke. Finley claimed that a new younger generation at Hey Girls has taken over with this new woke language. It just seems like gobbledygook, Finley told the Daily Mail. How is that supposed to be of help? I don't think it's appropriate. I think most parents wouldn't want their children to receive it. Women feel dehumanized. There's a trend to be inclusive, which means you do not talk about women or girls at all. You are excluding a huge number of women and girls. But again, like many other issues, isn't that the goal, to distort the truth? Reality, rewrite language so much so that people don't even know what's going on anymore. These companies, by the way, they should be ashamed. This is the message they're selling and telling to young girls. women. And everybody's just supposed to sit there and accept it and clap along. And I imagine this will be something that becomes more common in the near future. I believe the brand Always, I think I covered a video on this because a woman had her piece taken out of an article or whatever because she used the word woman, and Always were like, nah, you have to say people when it comes to talking about these issues. These people are crazy, nuts. And all I can say is it's time to leave this planet, ladies and gentlemen. But if you have enjoyed today, before I leave this planet, if you could make sure to leave a like rating, that would be great. If you have enjoyed the video, if you're new, hit that subscribe button and turn on bell notifications so you never miss a video. Comment on this video, share this video. But until next time, it has been your boy JD. Have a great day, stay safe, and I'm out. Peace.